Hi students, good evening. I think you are enjoying or preparing lockdown, staying at home. Our exams are coming near. Okay, today state government announced, our education department announced that SSLC exams will be conducted on June 25. Okay, nice. Yes, that decision is taken by our education, Honorable Education Minister, Mr. Suresh Kumar. Yeah, we should abide by all the rules which we are facing all over the world. Not only we, but also all over the world. This pandemic is uh, going wider. So, in order to curb it, better stay at home and prepare and maintain your health and hygiene, and don't forget about preparing your exams. Don't go for any PUBG games or anything, or TV shows or serials, or don't worry about news, what they are coming, what will be the future, are there exams or not. That uncertainty. We're all facing that uncertainty because time has a winged chariot. Okay, let us hope that we will face the exam on June 25th, and we also make it successful by all your cooperation and your parents and society and teachers. All of us should face the exams, and we should succeed in forthcoming exams. Okay. Now, just I will take one grammar point. And for a SSLC examination, you have lots of grammar, I know. Okay. Transformation of sentences, articles, comparative degrees, then parts of speech, that is linkers, prepositions. Okay. So many things. And figures of speech also there. Now, while teaching figures of speech, we enjoy the figures of speech. Okay, now, while teaching poem, especially in English language, which has a beautiful figure of speeches are the which add some beauty and musical tone to the poems. Okay, poem is a part of literature. Okay, nice. So many poets are there in English literature. They gave wonderful contribution to our English literature. So you have in first language and also second language, we give importance to figures of speech, especially in teaching poetry section. What will be the main or important figures of speech used by and by are simile, metaphor, then personification, alliteration, hyperbole, etc. Okay. Now let us deal with this some important figure speech. Simile. Okay, simile means simile, simile. That is the spelling of simile. In Kannada, it is called as Upamana Alankara. Why should we take help of mother tongue in teaching figures of speech means? If we study mother tongue very perfectly, we can easily identify or can understand the figures of speech and beauty of figures of speech in any poems. If you are interested to learn any other languages, you can understand the beauty of the simile. Okay. A simile is the main figure of speech and it is also used and it is a favorite figure of speech of almost all the poets, not only in India but also in England. England poets. We saw so many poets used simile, which is most easy to compare the things, non-living and living things. How can we identify the simile then? Yes, I will give one example. She shines as a moon in the clouded skies. What I said you? She shines as a moon in the clouded skies. How she shines? She means here she's a beautiful lady like a moon which is brighter. See here, I'm writing the sentence. Okay. Yes, I wrote here the sentence which is she shines as a moon in the clouded skies. How she shines? Like a moon, like or as. We use like or as to identify the similes. Okay. As and like. As and like, which are the words which we can identify easily. Simile. Okay. Take another example. For example, Ashoka fought like a tiger. Like a tiger. You may write Ashoka or Ashok. Okay. Thing is, the name is not important here. What is important? Figure of speech simile is important. Ashoka fought like a tiger in the battlefield. Ashoka is compared as tiger. How it is? This wild animal, and it is also strongest animal and which is very perfect in hunting. Just like tiger, Ashoka fought in the battlefield against his enemies. Okay, we took two examples here. One is she. She means a beautiful lady. She shines as a moon in the clouded skies. She is compared to non-living thing here, moon, which is compared for beauty only. She is a beautiful lady. See, a beauty means it is an adjective also. Almost similes are comparative words which tells the beauty or manners of the or manners or the characters of the noun. Okay. She is a beautiful lady, not an old woman, but a young girl. It comes in second language, the beggar maid, note syllabus. That beggar maid who shines as a moon in the clouded skies. When the king saw her beauty, he was infatuated his beauty. So he decided to marry the girl. But her color is black. But her beauty is unquestionable, which is attracted by the king. Okay. So shines. She shines as a moon. How is moon in color? It is bright and white. But what is the color of the beggar maid? She was black. But black, the color is not important here. Beauty is important. That's why I'm telling you, young lady. She's an young lady. Remember that. We just compare young ladies, not for old ladies. Okay. Beauty, yes, she shines as a moon in the clouded skies. Then second sentence, Ashoka fought as a tiger in the battlefield. Where he fought? Obviously in the battlefield. Okay, I'm sitting in front of computer, but I have no board here. Next time I'll come in front of you with my teaching board. Okay. I hope that you understand the simile, the very easy parts of speech, sorry, figures of speech in English language. Simile is identified as and also like. As by this and saying goodbye, and next hope I will come in front of you with my teaching work. Thank you.